There is a Russian soldier hiding inside, and he was asked to surrender first, but the Russian soldier did not respond to this call. The drone then launches a kamikaze attack on the place where the soldier is hiding. After the first attack on the building where the Russian soldier is located, the soldier manages to escape, but he has no intention of surrendering. To prevent him from escaping, the other house is also attacked by drones. After this explosion, the Russian soldier goes to hide somewhere else. He tried everything to hide, but everything he does is being watched by Ukrainian soldiers. He tries to run and hide for a while, but now he realizes that all these efforts are in vain and shows his surrender by looking at the drone. The Russian soldier, after signaling his surrender, begins to take off his clothes. He takes out the magazine of his gun and takes the gun away from him. While all this is happening, the drone pilot continues to watch him. When it is realized that he is now completely harmless, he is asked to follow the drone. The drone pilot takes him towards their territory. The soldier follows him and surrenders to Ukrainian soldiers. All this shows the dramatic side of the war. The images of Ukrainian soldiers who fell into an ambush were reflected on the GoPro camera like this. A tank comes to the aid of soldiers who face a shock attack by Russia in open terrain. The tank saves the ambushed soldiers. He manages to repel Russian soldiers. But the conflict continued for several hours. A Russian rocket system BM-21 Grad detected thanks to thermal binoculars. This rocket launcher, in search of a suitable position, is attacked by the Ukrainian HIMARS. This high firepower causes a huge explosion. With the effect of the explosion, the ammunition of the rocket launcher is scattered around. Those moments were captured on camera like this. Footage of the Russian attack on civilian infrastructure in Kropivnitsky. Civilian casualties in this attack are not yet known. Ukrainian Bradley and Abrams tanks are cooperating to attack the positions of Russian troops. American equipment makes a huge difference in the war in Ukraine and gives Ukraine a great advantage over Russia. Russian infantry settling in the houses first encountered the high firepower of the Bradley vehicle. Then the Abrams tank coming for support makes the last hits and destroys the buildings where the infantry is located. AT-80 tank caught by drones is neutralized in seconds. These drones, filled with anti-tank explosives, have been a major problem for Russia since the beginning of the war. Bradley, Russian forces in the Donetsk region are launching a shockingly fast offensive. Panicked by this incredible attack, the Russian forces are at a loss for what to do. The Ukrainian vehicle attacking Russian shelters is creating chaos. These images reveal once again the realistic dimension of war. In addition, thanks to the solid armor of the vehicle, the bullets of the infantry are insufficient. These Russian soldiers, spotted in an abandoned area near the Kursk region, are seen entering a house they have identified for themselves. Waiting until all the soldiers enter the building, the Ukrainian drone pilot waits for a suitable moment. Now he is going on the attack. The drone carefully approaches the building and searches for a suitable position. The drone enters the building through the glass and blows itself up with the high explosives it carries. The explosion is so violent that the entire building collapses. It is very difficult for the soldiers there to survive. Even if they do, they are constantly being watched from the air. Many attacks like this make it very difficult for the Russian forces. Two Russian armored vehicles that raided Ukrainian troops and inflicted many casualties will soon be neutralized. FPV drones on the move. Now the attack begins. In just a few minutes, two armored vehicles are destroyed. Air superiority decides the fate of these conflicts. The conflict intensifies as Ukrainian soldiers clash with Russian soldiers, forcing them to surrender. A Russian soldier inside a shelter unexpectedly throws a grenade, escalating the chaos. Ukrainian troops with superior firepower push forward despite being outnumbered. A wounded soldier crawls back as first aid is administered. A drone spots a Russian soldier hiding under an armored vehicle. He reads a note dropped by the drone, nods, and surrenders. Through thermal binoculars, dozens of Russian soldiers are seen surrendering, removing their equipment. In this cruel war, moments of surrender are rare but humane. The footage, captured by GoPro and drones, reveals the drama and realistic horrors of battle. Ukrainian soldiers remain cautious, fearing traps. War spares no one. Its cruelty is undeniable.